Hello everyone, this is the Theoretical Doctor and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a series on the chapter Biological Molecules of chapter 1 of the STPM semester 1 biology series. Check out the full playlist on my channel. If you want access to flashcards on this topic and other videos, do click the link below. It is available on my Pinterest and slides on this topic are available on my website. Links are in the description below. In this video, we will be embarking on the subtopic of nucleic acids, and we will dive into the two different types of nucleotides and the formation of phosphodiester bonds. Nucleotides. Nucleic acids are polynucleotides consisting of RNA and DNA. Nucleotides are biochemical compounds that are made up of pentose sugar, base, and phosphate. So let's break it down. First, we go into bases. Bases, you have two types, purine bases and pyrimidine bases. In purine bases, you have adenine and guanine. In pyrimidine bases, you have cytosine, uracil, and thymine. So I like to remember this little mnemonic, pi. So in other words, pi like pie. You need to cut it before you eat it. Well, if it's a big one, unless you would like to eat the whole thing. So yeah, you need to cut it. So CUT, you have cytosine, uracil, and thymine, and the others are definitely purine, because in exam they might ask, what is the purine base among all the given options below, like that. Pentose sugar, the next one. So take note of the two different type of pentose sugar over here. You have the ribose and you have the deoxyribose. And pay particular attention to carbon 2 here, okay? There is hydroxide attachment in carbon 2 of ribose. See this, OH? Whereas in deoxyribose, there is only hydrogen attached to carbon 2. A tip to remember here is deoxy, meaning to remove oxygen. In other words, no oxygen. Hence, the pentose sugar of deoxyribose, this one, does not have OH, it only has H, just the hydrogen. And finally, you have the phosphate. So bases, pentose sugar, and phosphate. These three combined, you get a nucleotide. Nucleotides. Okay, so here you have the ribonucleotide, and over here you have the deoxyribonucleotide. You have the base, which can be A, C, G, or U, and for deoxyribonucleotide, it can be A, C, G, or T. So in ribonucleotide, you have uracil, but in deoxyribonucleotide, it's thymine. That's important to know. So all the bases can be used for DNA and RNA, except uracil and thymine. Again, uracil for RNA, thymine for DNA. So you have the base here, you have the pentose sugar. Remember, the pentose sugar for ribose, it has hydroxide, it has OH, whereas the pentose sugar for deoxyribonucleotide, it doesn't have an oxygen, it's just H. And finally, you combine the phosphate group at carbon 5. So the bond between the sugar and the base, this part here, is called the N-glycosidic bond. And the bond between the pentose and phosphate over here is called the phosphodiester bond. Alright, take note of the word phosphodiester bond. There is only one, okay? Phosphodiester in the nucleotide. Remember, nucleotide. Why I mentioned that is because now we're going to go into formation of phosphodiester bond in a polynucleotide. It's not phosphoester now. So when you link two nucleotides together, okay, over here you have one nucleotide and you have another nucleotide. When you combine both of them through the condensation reaction, you have this part over here, the phosphodiester bond. So when you combine them, you get a dinucleotide, and you combine more and more and more, you'll get a polynucleotide chain. So obviously, you can't draw like so many at once. It's just all numbers and letters everywhere, and you have all these sticks here and there. So this is how it would resemble. So it is a process of polymerization, meaning many nucleotides is a polymer in which nucleotides are linked together. They are linked together to form polynucleotides along one by the condensation with the formation of phosphodiester bond. If you've reached this point, thank you very much. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, as it does help me in reaching out to others as well. Do support my channel by pressing the subscribe button so I will know, and it gives me motivation to continue producing content like this in the future. And finally, share this video to those who might find this helpful. See you in the next one.